What's going on, everyone? I am Bob O'Mac, and today on Crisis in the Toyverse, I'm looking at the Jean St. Jean Creatureplica Himalayan Yeti. Now, I will throw a full disclaimer out here on this video right now. This line has been out since 2015. Series 1 and all the variants have been around for a little bit now. Series 2 supposedly is set to be a Kickstarter in January of 2017 or sometime thereafter. I wanted to touch base and talk about some of the figures I love in this line and do a review on them because it's a line I appreciate. We've never had articulated crypto figures before that have a decent amount of articulation and beautiful sculpts. And Jean St. Jean and his team over at Creatureplica have done a fantastic job of delivering an action figure that's worthwhile. A piece of art mixed in with toy goodiness, if you will. I'm a fan of things like cryptos and UFOs and paranormal and things like that. So when this line was announced, I was super excited. I was so excited that I sent these figures over to Anthony's Customs to review. But I figured now that I have my own channel, I wanted to talk a little bit more about them and share my thoughts with them. In terms of the sculpt, let me just bring it in here. Let's zoom in and talk about this hairy monstrosity. He's got an awesome head sculpt, an awesome body sculpt. I mean, proportions look good. The fur looks fantastic. The toes look great. The hands are just beautifully, nastily done. I mean, I really love this thing. Out of all the cryptos that are around, this one's in the top 3 because it's just big, it's imposing, and it just looks very, very cool. I don't know what else to say about this besides the only complaint that one can bring up is the yellow in the fur. A lot of people that I talk to are thinking about getting this line like, I don't know why they did that. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know why they did that either. I'm not a huge fan of it, but under the right photography purposes, it looks great. Well, let me take that back. Not great, but you hardly even notice it. So it's a designer's choice. I'm not going to get that upset about it. Some people, it's make or break for them. I just go, you people are crazy. But, you know, overall, the proportions look great. Like I said, everything's sculpted and painted nicely. I had no issues with mine. And he does have peg holes, which I'll talk about more in a bit. So I have the figure in my hand. Let's go ahead and go over articulation. Now, here is the thing when it comes to articulation with something like this. A lot of collectors have shied away from this because they wanted a crypto that, I don't know, wants to be a transformer. I don't know what the case was. But Jean St. Jean tried to give the best of both worlds without sacrificing the sculpt. It's a matter of personal opinion. I'm fine with the limited articulation for the most part because I think the sculpt's beautiful enough. It speaks for itself. But I definitely understand those who would complain about it and may not like it because we live in an age where everything needs to be super articulated. And to be honest with you, sometimes I don't think it does. Also, I think another reason why I'm going off on a little rant here that people have stood away from this line is the price point. But they don't understand the cost into making a whole new toy line that has potential. Or maybe if they don't know that it has potential, they're afraid to spend the money on it. So that's always got to be a personal decision. I'm not here to tell you, go out and buy this because I like this. Or it's got to be your choice at the end of the day. So for me, all the things blend together in a way that I like. So with that being said, let's go back to the articulation. In terms of the head, he can look down, he can look up, he can only go to the side that much and the side that much, which I'm totally okay with. In terms of the arms, this is where it starts to get a little bit hairy. No pun intended. They are on ball hinges. They can go out about that much. He does have a bicep cut. single joint at the elbow. You only get that much range out of it. Now, the way they sculpted this, they put the peg in underneath the sculpted fur part right here, so you get swivel action as well. So that's kind of nice. It's something I hadn't really seen before. Then you get a swivel at the hand. Same thing on the other side. Now, here is the major point of gripes with a lot of people. It is in the upper body. Now, the upper body has a diaphragm joint, but it's pretty much useless because it doesn't give you any rocking forwards or back. Just turns side to side. Yes, that's a little disappointing. I don't know what could have been done to improve that because I don't build action figures. So it is what it is. It's something you have to deal with. So there's that. But I do want to point out, if you look at the screen and you look at his pecs, don't they look like two eyes and a mouth? Just saying. Anyways, you sort of get a waist twist over here a little bit, not a lot. He can do the splits. Single bend at the knee. And he's got a ball peg in the foot that has really good articulation, to be quite honest with you. Because it's a natural ball peg, so it goes up and down and all the way around. And as far as kicking forward, he can go that much. He can't go back because of his butt. And it's the same thing on the other side. So that basically covers that part of it. Let me go ahead and bring in the base here. The base that this figure comes with is done fantastically. You got the foot imprint. You got the two peg holes. You got some sculpting details in there. Nothing to complain about. And the best part is you can plug it into the figure. If I can do it here on camera. Like so. And he will stand in it. No problems there. So all in all, very happy with that. Let's do the size comparison and call it a day. So for our size comparison, guys, we have from Creatureplica the North American Alpha Male Sasquatch. And on the other side, we have the NECA Ultimate Ash from Evil Dead 2 with his Deadite head on. And in the middle, we have the big man himself, the Himalayan Yeti. Obviously, the Creatureplica figures, even though they're a different size, you can tell they're from the same line. And NECA speaks for itself. You can tell what line NECA's from. NECA. Yeah, I don't know if that made any sense, but I'm going with it, so deal with it. So here are my final thoughts on this guy, all right? If you're a fan of cryptozoology, go pick this guy up. He's still in stock over at Big Bad Toy Store and on the Creatureplica site. If you're a fan of a different looking action figure that you can take out in the snow and take pictures with, this guy's going to be the guy for you. If you're looking for an action figure that's super articulated, that can do crazy tumbles and twists and turns, this is not the action figure for you. And I'm sorry to say that, but you may want to pass on it. But if you love a great sculpt, if you love something that looks cool on display, and you love something that you can take outside in the winter months and do great photography with, then this guy's for you. And obviously, he doesn't look too bad behind this backdrop either, which you can pick up over at extreme-sets.com. Order yours today. See how I plug that in there? Thank you very much. So guys, that's going to do it for the review this time. Like I said, I love this thing. Go out and check it out for yourselves. But I want to shout out undercovercapes.com. They do a fantastic job in the world of geekiness. They got Marvel, DC, indie, video game, movie reviews, you name it. They got a whole bunch of geekery fun over there. Also, head over to @ToyLoverCrew on Instagram and use the hashtag ToyLoverCrew to feature your toy art. I guarantee you'll like what's going on there and join in on the discussion. You're going to have tons of fun. So I'm going to post some pictures up at the end. Check those out. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until next time, great googly moogly.